Hey guys, it's MS here. So, it's been a long-standing debate in the Super Mario Sunshine speedrunning community on whether or not JP or PAL is the fastest version of the game. Prior to 12-ball skip being found, it was always thought that Japanese, which I have right here, was the fastest because it could skip the mission Gelato 6, which was highly RNG ridden and nobody who played on English liked it. And then after that, it mainly equalized the three versions for a while until the user named Shadowlugia, I believe, it may have been one else, but I don't remember, discovered that the text for the Italian language setting of PAL is actually like 11 seconds faster than JP's. But then, I don't remember exactly who found it, but the first source that I found that said this, that the loading times in JP were faster, was Stelzig. And on the Stelzig video, he showed that JP's loading times for Delfino Plaza were far faster. And this is most likely because if you ever play the Japanese version of the game, it has a lot less audio files than the American version. And, like, it doesn't have the pianissimo music and other stuff. And it also does not have as many fruits to load in Delfino Plaza, which would make the loading time slightly faster on JP. And a user named OneUps4Life actually timed every loading zone in the game along with every text and found that JP is a total of 8 seconds faster. Which is pretty good. And of course, in the 6th mission, or story or episode, whatever you want to call it, of Sirena Beach 6, the minigame in that mission actually has an increased difficulty in the Japanese version, which costs the player around 8 seconds if the run is optimal. So that makes them pretty much equal, unless a player is really good at Sirena 6, which they would most likely be using this version for, because they could bear with the time loss and the increased difficulty. But anyways, because of this, a lot of people have been asking me on like Twitch and when I enter their streams and whatnot, like the runner Capelon had to ask me, and a lot of people in the chat were contradicting everything I was saying, and it kind of made me mad because I knew I was right. So I made this tutorial, well, I'm going to make this tutorial video, I'm filming it right now, about what stuff is region locked, what stuff is not, what stuff you need to look out for, and whatnot. Anyways, I'm no newcomer when it comes to Japanese GameCube games. There's 2 right here, I have another one right here, another one right here, and then 3 more right there that I don't feel like picking up. I've had my Japanese GameCube since March, and oh yeah, and those are just my GameCube games. I have Game Boy and DS Japanese games as well, but enough about me. So, first, before we get into what's region locked and what's not, let's learn some basic terms. This is a giant orange block that we like to call the Nintendo GameCube. This is a game disc for the Nintendo GameCube. This is a Japanese game disc. And then memory card, controller. This is the most annoying thing on the planet. It's called an AV cable. It has 3 individual wires connected to one, and it tangles up like faster than more annoyingly than you can ever imagine. This is a microphone, it's optional. Well, at least it's 2002's definition of a microphone. I don't know if you can exactly call it a microphone nowadays. And then this is a GameCube controller. And this is not region locked. You could play this in a Japanese or American game. This is not region locked. Microphone. AV cable, not region locked. You can use that on any system. The AC cable, I found on many sources that it said that the AV cable for the Nintendo GameCube is region locked, but it's actually not. As long as the voltage, which you could check on the back of the GameCube, and this text right here, and on the back of the AV with this text box over here, as long as those 2 things match, the AV cable will work fine on both regions. And the only 2 things that are actually region locked here are the discs, the actual games themselves, which is kind of obvious because all Nintendo console systems do that, and the stuff they store. Now, it's actually kind of complicated with the memory card, because the memory card itself isn't region locked. You just can't store American and Japanese or European and Japanese games on the same memory card. You have to buy a separate one. It doesn't matter what region your separate one is. Like, these are both American memory cards, but this is for my English Wii, this is for my Japanese GameCube. So, a lot of people are skeptical of this, and I don't know why, because that's the reason why Dolphin uses separate memory cards for each region, if I remember correctly. So, I don't know. And I was experimenting with, like, crossing my memory card, and I don't know what it was, but it actually cleared it this one time, like, in, like, May, so I believe it was because of that. So, I would say, don't screw around with using the same memory card. Buy a different memory card, they deliver fast, they're not that expensive. And, yeah. So the games part is pretty obvious. You buy a Japanese game, you need the Japanese system. And, yeah, I guess that's about it. It'll work fine on an American TV. I don't know about a European TV because PAL and NTSC are two very different things. But, other than that, good luck with your JP gaming. If you have any questions, just message me on Twitch, and I'll answer them. Or if you see me in your stream, which you probably will because I'm on there a lot. And you can ask me whatever you want. Anyways, I'll make a video with talking about like my collection of Japanese games and whatnot sometime. I don't know when. But anyways, see you guys. Thank you for watching if you did.